Hey y'all, well, ain't looking that cute today. Had a rough night, end up with a fever, and end up being because the wound was infected. So they did like all kind of tests, blood tests. Uh, they also were worried about my heart because my heart rate was like really high. They did a CAT scan, chest x-ray because they were worried about blood clots. But of course, as we know, God is victorious, and none of that was the case. So it was an infection in the wound, and we already know what lies there. So we won't even mention his name. So we just continue to fight. So all the tests came out good, and that was the only issue. So they gave me antibiotics and lots of fluids, and I started to feel better like within an hour or two. And then they sent me home with some antibiotics. So I'm just still getting a fever on and off like every few hours, but the antibiotics will start kicking in, and we're good. So Myron was looking a little worried at first because when they was coming in saying stuff, and I had to like pump him up. I had to say, okay, you all right? You all right? Stay with it. Stay with it. Like we ain't going there. Like we know that this is just a minor setback, and through chemo, we have minor setbacks. Like before, I had to have 3 blood transfusions. So we know that there are setbacks. We know that I get neutropenic, and that's when your white blood cell count drops down low. But actually, it was 2, and it was actually higher than it was the day before I had chemo. It was only 1.2, and it only has to be 1 for me to get chemo. So it was actually 2. So it was actually higher than it was before I had chemo. So that's a good thing too, because the white blood cells were fighting off whatever was going on. So just want to let you guys know that I'm okay. I'm doing all right, and just continue to fight the battle. Like we already know that we're victorious. I already know that 2019 is my year. So, I take the good with the bad, but I know that we are victorious, and we just have to fight this battle. So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but that's life. Take the good with the bad. All right, so y'all take care. Love y'all. See y'all on Wednesday's prayer call.